Okay, quick tutorial if it wasn't clear on how to do these little things, and if you want help, here's a tutorial. This is how to do Substance. Simple. You start with a base layer, so this layer is initially gonna be your main layer. So this is what you're gonna start doing your textures, or I mean your paint or whatever it is called, okay? Where all the details is gonna go on top of this. So imagine like this, you got metal in a metallic object, and then on the metal, on the first metal, so on the coat, that's where you're gonna have like the rust is gonna come up, and all the damages that's gonna go on top of the metal, whatever it is going on the metal, anything. Okay, so this is your base layer, and this doesn't change apart from your base color and other several little details that you do want to include, but not too much. I like to keep it the base color. So sort of like a white canvas that you start to draw in. Simple as that. And then, well, depending on what model it is. And right now I've got a little piece of a gun that I'm using. This is auto unwrapped. I didn't unwrap it just for the sake of this video. What I'm gonna do is simple. I'm gonna actually like start adding stuff. So I could use metal like edge wear, so I could have these edges. Maybe rust. Like, I know it doesn't make sense, but maybe I want to have rust on these edges. Maybe this is an old what do you call it? A clip, I guess. I'm not sure. Anyway, so it's like a hold, right? So I want this old gun's holding place where the trigger goes to be rusted and have those kind of properties, maybe, or to show over the time there's been wear and tear. So I'm gonna rename this to wear and tear. So what I've done here is so first I've made a fill layer, and so I'm gonna show you. So I make a fill layer, and on my fill layer I can drag and drop any material here. So I can maybe drag one there and then put it to my material mode, and that will give me this. Okay, so that will give me that. What I'm gonna do is, here's where I start to add my stuff. So wear and tear or anything like that. So I'm gonna add a black mask. So my black mask, here's where I'm gonna add my generators. Now this is a very non-destructive way to work, and I'm gonna show you why. So on my generator, I go down here and I can go from, I don't know, many generators you got, and these are all fun to play with. So let's say I might want to use fiberglass. So you see how it's doing this, and you can control all of these. See how you can control all of that? So that's affecting the mask, not this, the mask. However, the mask, that's only happening to the mask. And can change your contrast levels, all of that, grunge amount. You can see what's happening. Smoothness. Okay, maybe I want to change my generator to metal edge wear. And yeah, so you can see what I'm talking about, and it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So you're not gonna actually paint stuff with the brush. Obviously you can, but I think this is much more easier when you're doing models like this. It brings much more natural look to it. And if you're wondering why, that's because bad UVs. Okay. So similarly, I can do the same way. So right now, see, it's a metal edge wear. Maybe I want to do a rust. So I'm gonna go make another fill layer. And here I'm gonna make, I don't know, just go random material mode, and then maybe change this to look like rust, really. So somewhere like that, brown. Okay, something like that. Just okay. And then rust is not gonna be that shiny, so I'm gonna drop that low. All of that, right? Fun. Again, black mask. For my mask, I'm gonna add my stuff. So let's say this time I want to go with the filter, and on my filter, I can go for a rust. I mean, my bad, not filters, generators. Right, and here I can go for these kind of things, so I can make it false, and it just inverts, right? So it's a little there you go, that's your invert. You can control the spreading, the smoothness of your spread. So maybe something like this: drip intensity, drip smoothness. Okay, and then all of what you need to put, all what you need. It's like that, right? So you're controlling all of these values. And the thing is, this is non-destructive again. This is not breaking your work apart. So there you go. And you've got different properties to it, and you can always change them without worrying to redo stuff, and it's just basically drag and drop and change stuff. And I hope this video helps, really. What else am I supposed to cover here? You can do many stuff, honestly. So let's say, for example, I want to do the same but for a smart material. So I'll go for my smart materials here, and then I want to do the machinery stuff, like, so I'm gonna get these, group them so I can hide them. Okay, not needed. And I'm gonna get this one that says machinery, and I'm gonna drop it. So this one is pre-done by Substance, and if I do open it, you're gonna see how Substance has done it. So it's kind of like the same way, right? So am I tweaking? No, I think this is a standard workflow. So you got your base metal color, which is the yellow, and on top of that, that's where you got your layers. So you got your dirt, your dust, and your rust. If I start turning these things off, you're gonna start seeing stuff. So you got your metal, and then you got your dirt, and then you got your dust, and then you got your rust. I don't want rust, I turn it off. Then I want to tweak these settings on my on my dust, and I go to my mask, and then I just start changing these values. And isn't that cool? And time saving, and much more creative and technical. So similarly, I can do the same stuff. Maybe I want to change the maybe, so keep it sharpen, make it blur. You can really come up with, maybe you want it to be a design, like a print. You can obviously change these kind of values as well. So you go texture 1, texture 2, ambient occlusion, curvature, and I hope you know what curvature is. It basically does the masking right around the curvatures that it's detecting. So if I go here to find my curvature, and you're gonna see my curvature, which is highlighted like on these. See all of this. Right, so pretty generic stuff. And so like, how would I make a mask to it? Simple. So I'm off my folder, not cylinder. I'm off my folder, and I clicked my, what is it called, fill, and then here I go for add black mask. Now the mask is on this. Now this is, I think this is much more detailed and intense. There's so much going on in this way if you work like this. So maybe I want to go for a generator inside of those generators that you've already done, right? So you've already done all of those, and it's lying on top of all of them. So what I want to do is I want to do another generator, and in this generator I want to go on my curvature. So all of those details that you've done, essentially is going to work, all of them, they're all going to go around my curvature. So see that? So you can really have like fun with this thing. See? Okay, that's your curvature. I can change my curvature from that to maybe mask editor. Okay, again, fun stuff, really. Maybe mask builder. Again, so you're building the mask out here, and I think this is pretty cool. Okay, all of that stuff. Okay, so you see how you're getting like maybe washed out paint or something, and what can I do? Maybe change this to you could do linear, and in linear you're gonna see how the gradient works. See, it's pretty cool. And contrast, obviously contrast, so it's kind of sharpening the mask how you do it, right? Right, I think this pretty much clears whatever the person that you're watching this helps. I know it's not supposed to be very eye-catchy thing, but yeah, cool. I gotta go because I got Batman stuff to do.